Welcome back, part two, using Inkscape for the first time. So, first tutorial, we did the outline of the box, we learned about fill and stroke, and we learned about aligning. This time we're going to do some text and bring in an image in. So, how do we start off? Well, let's start with some text. So, we go to the left-hand side, all the tool icons, and we find, oh, there we go, letter A. Letter A is center and editing text. So, we click on it, and we type in something like well, that looks weird. Okay, and I'm going to put wood work. Oh, that looks really bad. So I'm going to go to the selection tool. You can see it's selected. And first things first, we got to go back over to fill and stroke, or there's the stroke style. We're going to take that stroke style width and just put, I don't know, 0.025. There we go. That's looking a bit better. Okay, but it's kind of small. So what we want to do is we can just drag this for right now. And if I drag it like this, you can see I can kind of drag really weird sizes. Okay, so I'm going to actually go, let's put it here. Let's use undo for a second and go undo again. And let's go undo one more time. There we go. Then let's go redo. So there's that. That's proportionally right. So if I lock it, and you can see there's this lock right here. Now when I go and drag it, whoops. Now when I go to drag it, you can see all I can do is keep it going proportionately. Okay, so if you want to make sure that something doesn't go wonky on you, lock it. Now if I unlock, I can actually drag it and make it wider. Okay, I hope that makes sense. So there's the first thing. Next thing, I want the woodworking, the text filled in. Go back to fill and stroke, go to fill, go to fill color, and we're at black. Now I could just change this and go red, right? Just drag it. I mean, if I wanted blue, I could, but we're going to cut this out on the laser. So the laser only works with the colors black and red right now. So we got to make sure it's black. Okay, next thing, we want to center it. Well, that's pretty simple. We know how to do that. We go to the align and distribute, and we center it this way, and we center it that way. That's pretty good. Okay, and then finally, we want to bring an image in. So what image do we want? I blank woodwork. I think I need a heart in there. So we're going to go to the internet, and I'm just going to do a Google search, and it's simple. If we go heart and use the word silhouette, if you use the word silhouette, it comes up right away with silhouettes of stuff. So I'm just going to pick, I don't know, I like this heart. I come over here, I right mouse click, I go copy image. From here, I go back to Inkscape, and I go Control V to paste. Okay, and now there's my heart. Now that heart's way too big, and it's got a bunch of white space on it. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to right mouse click, and I'm going to go to what's called Trace Bitmap. So you can see I've highlighted it. Okay, Trace Bitmap. It shows here in a preview, and we can do some settings. You're not going to have to with black and white. And then you click on Apply. And all it does is it just all of a sudden highlights this heart. And I can drag it now. It's its own then. And this one here, I can delete. Okay, now the heart, I can click on. If I lock it, okay, I can now bring it down, and you can see it proportionally goes to size. I'm going to bring it into here, and I'm going to scroll in, right? Control key, scroll in a bit, okay, and I can now look at this and go, okay, well, you want to know something? I want it a bit bigger, and I'm going to click somewhere else. I'm going to click on the text, and I'm going to double click. And I got another space in there, okay? And I'll go back, and I'm going to do the selection tool, click the heart, and I'm going to make the heart a little bit bigger. All right, now let's take all this stuff, and I'm going to take both the text and the heart. I'm going to hold the shift key down, click on the heart, so you can see both are selected. I'm going to go align, and I'm going to align them, okay, vertically. No, I don't want to do vertically, definitely not. I'm going to hit Control Z to undo it. I want to go horizontally. There we go. And you can see now that I Heart Woodwork is kind of there. I don't like where this is or vertically, so I'm actually going to click that one. Yeah, you're right, I goofed. Okay, so I'm going to do the last thing is called group. So I can actually hold the shift key down and pick both of them. Right mouse click, and I'm going to go group now. Now when I move it, it's all one thing. Okay, so I'm going to now, if I move it down here and I go, no, I want it centered, and I'm just going to center it this way, center it that way, and there I'm done. Okay, now the last thing I want to do before we go any further, we need to save. So how do you save? You go File, you go Save. Where's it saving? Well, we're going to go have to find a spot. So we're going to go OneDrive, Comox Valley. That's our OneDrive. For me, I've got a whole bunch of different stuff in here, but I got a Woodwork 8 in here, or I got a Woodwork 11, 12 in here, or just a Woodwork. Let's say we're doing Woodwork 8. So I go to Woodwork 8, and I'm just going to call it something that makes sense. Wooden block, I don't know, wooden block sign. There we go. And now I save it. Okay. Make sure you save, because if you don't, you lose everything. And basically now we have something done, and we're ready to move on to the next tutorial on what we're going to do with it next.